checks the car a little bit. Good job saving that thing and giving room to those guys on the outside. We got a caution.
Caution's out. The 38 goes around. John Hunter Nemechek.
That's a shame. He had such a good run going earlier in the race.
Take a look for the reason.
Ryan Preece gets contact. The 8.
Just as we had mentioned, JTG Jordy had been.
They had track position. They simply didn't go. Caution.
Christopher Bell in the 95.
Cole, oh, he's back here already, back into the fence. Can't see. Looked like obviously the right rear tire was down.
He's today. Let's see what happens. Oh no!
Right front tire looks like.
Yeah, for sure. A tire, suspension, something.
Good move to try to win the race. If he was able to clear him, it's going to hurt him in actually where he finished, but it was a race-winning move.
Oh, and around goes the 3. The 6 also involved. Austin Dillon. The caution comes out. There'll be another restart. To stay in second. Here comes Hamlin, though. Into 3. He dives down low. Look at Tyler Reddick in the 8.
Oh, almost contact. He's going to go around.
Tyler Reddick keeps it pointed straight, but now too much pressure on the 22. They go around. Caution will come out.
Left rear damage here, guys.
I wasn't sure who was going to spin out there, but somebody was going to have to. Too many cars, just track house.
Oh, we got a crash on the front straightaway. The 20 car, Christopher Bell, and the 1 get together.
11 had a problem off turn 4, just lost all of his momentum. Brad Kay making a move on his teammate.
They catch the 12 and the 2 into the wall.
Hard hits.
Penske drivers.
Here we get pretty hard, guys.
You saw the 2 go up the racetrack, catch the 12, both of them into the wall coming off a 2. Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, 3rd through 5th.
Oh, there's a big
Dillon,
crash.
look at this. Dillon with so much damage. Just finished 6th in the stage, and the whole back end of the car torn off.
Side drafting the 2. Oh, my. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Had just finished 6th, and looked like when he went to the
Back there in the back, 2 and 3 wide. Pretty even. Oh, look at that. Guys getting checked up. Big contact back there. J.J. Ainley's around the 10. The 2 hard into the wall.
Oh, goodness. Kyle Busch involved. Big damage on the 18 as well. This is the concern about pitting and losing track position is the chaos on the starts.
his 3rd win of the season. Now doing everything he can to catch up to the 4 of Harvick. Harvick has been dominant 2 of the last 3 races. He's going to make it 3 out of 4. Harvick's going to win again at Michigan.
And that'll do it.
In the manufacturer's backyard, the Heritage Trophy going to the winner. And right now, Kevin Harvick looking to sweep the weekend. Denny Hamlin's going to have some momentum on the high side. Will it be enough as they come at it for the final time? Kevin Harvick is going to sweep Michigan. He wins again.
Wow, Denny.
There you go. Good
Go ahead and move forward. Williams got some momentum.
One last opportunity. Into 3 and 4. Blaney has the lead. Byron goes high. Blaney stays down low.
Blaney drifts up the track. Here comes the run from the 24.
Ryan Blaney is going to hold him off. Byron dives to the bottom of the track. Blaney goes to block. Blaney's going to win at Michigan.
Win. That puts him 10th all-time, guys, on the list. 65 starts since the last win for this Ford team. And he entered Michigan 96 points out of the playoffs in 17th position. As he comes off turn 4, the closer, Kevin Harvick, is going to make it happen in Michigan.
Great job!
You know, that's the thing. We have to talk and analyze who we think will be good and who can't. And there are times where you're right, you don't want to be right. There are times we're wrong, and you've never been happier to be wrong. And this is one of them, right? We talked, could the Ford do it? I didn't think they could. I could be sitting here happier that I was wrong. He's a superstar. He's a champion.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Michigan Speedway for the 2014 third race of the NASCAR Cup Series regular season. As we get close to rounding out this regular season, as after this race, only 3 races left to go into the playoffs. Those will be, of course, at Indy Road Course, Watkins Glen, Daytona. As we are green and underway from Michigan, Bubba Wallace on the pole, alongside Joey Logano, as we are underway to see who can get it done here in Michigan for their manufacturer. Yeah, Bubba on the front row right there, ahead of the 11 of Hamlin, already going through out for the lead. Wallace, Hamlin, Logano into turn 1 and 2, 3 out for the lead. Kevin Harvick behind them, side by side for third with Logano. Kyle Larson runs in fifth. A lot of upset candidates up here near the front of the field, and like Bubba Wallace, Logano, and Larson, as the pack goes 3 and 4 wide throughout. So far, we made it further than the Xfinity Series did on lap 1 before they wrecked a huge, big time. Ooh, Chase Elliott, Ty Dillon, little bit of contact. Watch out! Nearly had a massive incident right there. If the 9 turns 6, if they didn't, they save it. They keep going. Got cars going up the racetrack, clearing each other. But we stay green so far. Bubba Wallace leads the opening lap of racing here at Michigan. Joey Logano trying to apply pressure from behind to try to get into that race lead. Bubba Wallace in a must-win situation to make the playoffs, as is Joey Logano and Kyle Larson behind him, of course, as our 16 winners. They are desperate here, trying to get into the playoffs. Logano on the inside of Wallace for the lead down the back straightaway. Can Logano get the lead from the 23 of Wallace? Nothing yet. Larson chasing down the 22 into 3 and 4. Larson going to go side by side for second place as he tries to make the playoffs. If he misses the playoffs, that would be a shock, especially him and William Byron are both out right now. Both of them made the championship 4 last season in NR 2003, and were defeated by, of course, Daniel Suarez, your reigning champion. He's in the playoffs, as is Bowman, the other member from last season's Final Four in the game here. As Bowman going in between Harvick and Truex back there. 3-wide racing. Now look at Denny Hamlin right in front of Gregson, Busher, and Ty Dillon. Battling mid-pack is Byron Keselowski. Bell, the Trackhouse car, struggling at the back of the field, trying to make the rep. Chastain's in last place right now. And Tyler Reddick, him and Reddick have a lot of work to do if they want to get up to the front of this field. But right now, everyone seems to be racing pretty clean, keeping it clean, avoiding any massive incidents. As back at the front of the field, Bubba Wallace continues to lead the Penske duo of Logano and Blaney. So Bubba Wallace will lead early here in Michigan. And now we move on to a restart here on lap 21. Denny Hamlin is damaged in a lap down, as is the 62 of Austin Hill. And out of the race, you have Christopher Bell, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch. Harvick is as well. A whole bunch of contenders there at the back of the field out of this race. Bubba Wallace already clear for the race lead, but we got to look out here. The 62 and the 11, they are lap cars, and they are struggling with speed right now. Oh, Ty Dillon almost got dumped by Todd Gillen down the backstretch right there. Luckily, crisis averted. We stay green as Hamlin, Austin Hill are stacking up traffic. They go 3-4 wide to 3 and 4. This is how is they not wrecked yet? That is a wreck waiting to happen. The 62, they have completely stacking up about half the field here. Haley almost turns Austin Hill. He sends him and he saves it. Austin Hill saves it. What a save. Here comes Custer, Stenhouse, Busher flying by. You still have a whole pack catching up. You got William Byron, Tyler Reddick now making their way by. You got Gilliland, Bowman, Eric Jones, Chase Elliott trying to come from the back of the field up towards the front as Austin Hill finally gets moved out of the way by the 31, the 38 right back on his bumper now. Denny Hamlin now continues to drop down through the order down this back straightaway. Bowman, Elliott, they'll make it through. They'll probably be in the safe zone here. Gilliland, Jones, Allmendinger, they try to get by, but down the inside lane, big check up there on the inside, and the 62 gets a huge run on the top line. That's going to stack him up, make him nearly 4 wide down the front stretch. And it is. This is crazy racing. We are 4 wide at Michigan here at the back of the pack. There's Squeeze, Jones, Allmendinger, Elliott Chastain, a little bit of a squeeze on the bottom. Some contact around goes Allmendinger and Elliott into the wall hard. And Austin Hill piles into the 9 of Chase Elliott in a hard crash here at Michigan. Chase Elliott, 2-time winner this season, wrecks out hard. Huge hits from Austin Hill and AJ Allmendinger. Oh my goodness. It was Ross Chastain that turned the 16 up into the 9 and caused this massive accident. So the Melon Man strikes once again, this time taking out Allmendinger, Chase Elliott, and Austin Hill out of this race in a hard crash. And now that just changed everything. And back here you see there was squeeze, and Chastain clips Allmendinger, turns him into Elliott hard, high-speed hit in the outside wall, and Austin Hill nowhere to go, slams into Chase Elliott in a hard crash. Here Michigan brings out the caution flag, and now we watch the field race back to the start-finish line here. See who to be scored as leaders. Now Austin Cindric is now scored as the race leader over Ryan Preece, who runs in second. 2 Fords here at the top of the field. taking care of business right now. Priest looking for back-to-back solid runs. He had a very good run at Richmond, but Austin Cindric leads here at Michigan, trying to pull off the upset. Now Bubba Wallace leads, coming to the last lap of Stage 1 over Noah Gregson, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, and Austin Cindric. Now last lap of Stage 1 here at Michigan. You got 2 Legacy Motor Club cars. You have a Richard Childress Chevrolet, a Penske Ford, and a 2311 Racing Toyota. Into turn 1 and 2, Bubba Wallace has the lead, but he's stacking up Gregson and Jones on the bottom. Legacy cars are stacked up. Dillon and Cindric have a huge run the outside lane. The Austins are getting after it as they're 3 wide for the lead. Eric Jones way on the apron. He hangs on to it. And we stay green as Austin Dillon will take the lead in the 3 and 4 on the outside of Cindric and Bubba Wallace. 3 wide for the stage win continues. Austin Dillon hangs on as we wait for A.J. Allmendinger to cross the line to toss the yellow command. So he goes by. Now he tosses the yellow command as they race back to the line. Austin Dillon wins stage 1 in clutch fashion at Michigan over Cindric, Wallace, Gregson, Jones, Busher, Ty Gibbs, Bowman, Priest, and William Byron in the top 10. So Austin Dillon, a much needed playoff point here in Michigan, as back underway on lap 85 here, or sorry, lap 65. Denny Hamlin is completely tanking on the apron, a very, very slow lap car, as we saw earlier when him and Austin Hill caused that incident, dropping all the way back throughout the field. Hamlin continues to stack up guys back here, stacking up Chastain and Justin Haley down this back straightaway. Behind us, they're still racing intense for every position on the racetrack. This has been some incredible racing here in Michigan. 3 wide, almost 4 wide sometimes resulted in big crashes. But right now we're making sure the whole field gets by. Denny is once again the inside lane. Big stack ups through 3 and 4. Seems that inside lane is not the preferred line. Oh, Reddick and Ty Dillon back there really getting close quarters as Hamlin now stacking up. Josh Blicky trying to go by Bowman, McDowell, Allmendinger, Keselowski. We're nearly 3 wide, 4 wide, or 3 wide behind us here. Heading into 1-2, there's some contact, and around goes Ty Dillon and Tyler Reddick. Into the wall they go, and the caution will come out at Michigan. A hard crash. This time Tyler Reddick is involved with the 77 of Ty Dillon off the bumper of Priest. Ty Dillon into Tyler Reddick, and hard into the outside wall they go. Tyler Reddick will be out of this race. Ty Dillon will be severely damaged as boom. Oh, Reddick hits him again afterwards as Ty Dillon slid down the racetrack. That'll definitely put an end to Tyler Reddick's day. Ty Dillon will now be severely damaged and off the pace as we race back to the start-finish line. Almost had an incident right there. It's going to be Kyle Larson leading Todd Gilliland here in Michigan. And now Bubba Wallace leads now with 3 lap cars on the bottom here on lap 75. Of course, Tyler Reddick out of the race. That leaves us with 27 cars on the race, 24 on the lead lap. You got the lap cars there, Yaley, Hamlin, and Ty Dillon. As Bubba Wallace up to the early lead, he's had a very strong car, has led a lot of laps today so far. But now Blaney going to get stuck behind the 11 and the 77 as we go into the backstretch here. We're going to be 4 wide at Michigan once again. It is some crazy racing. Bilicki on the outside, Keselowski, everyone trying to get by Denny Hamlin. There goes Todd Gilliland. The 38 goes around. Todd Gilliland spins down the backstretch, but he saves it. We stay green. We continue on. No caution. As we now work our way through 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin still stacking up Corey LaJoy. The whole inside lane, almost a massive collision right there. Eric Jones, William Byron, Ty Dillon way on the apron. Comes down pit road. William Byron narrowly avoids, and we're really 4 wide back there. Custer, Jones, William Byron, crazy racing at the back end of this field, trying to stay in contention and get back up here. As Hamlin really, this lap car causing some chaos back here. McDowell goes by. The 48 of Bowman will now go by safely. And now it's just William Byron and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. who have to make their way by the 11, and I think everyone will take care of that just fine. Now back down the backstretch, this pack continues to race intense. Josh Bilicki up here battling for a top 10 position with Ross Chastain and A.J. Allmendinger. Now that is impressive. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, it is Bubba Wallace continuing to dominate here in Michigan. Now Bubba Wallace trapped the lap down for some strategy here on lap 113, as well as Chris Busher and Noah Gregson, some of the top cars of the day. Austin Cindric is your leader. The pack's already going 4 wide into turn 1. This is going to be bad. Chris Busher into Bubba Wallace, way down the apron they go. Wallace, Busher up the track into the field. They're wrecking hard into the wall. There goes Jones, Larson, Priest, Gilliland involved. Daniel Suarez also involved, and the big one strikes at Michigan. Unbelievable. Bubba Wallace, a dominant car of the day, crashes right up in the 43 and the 5. 2 guys in must-win situations to make the playoffs go crashing hard in the outside wall. Then Busher goes and cleans out Suarez, and then Priest goes down and gets Gilliland spinning, and a huge crash erupts at Michigan. And that's just changed the entire complexion of this race as Bubba just, for the caution to come out in the middle of a pit cycle, I just got trapped a lap down. He was trying to drive back on the lead lap, but gets turned by the 17 of Chris Buescher heading to turn 1, and they both go into the grass here, and they don't lift, and they come right back up the racetrack. See the 23 right hard in the 43, the 48 extremely lucky to avoid that. Ty Gibbs going to get a piece of Eric Jones. Then you see the 41, the 38 going around as the 17, the 99. Of course, Buescher came up the track, sending into Suarez, but a huge crash here in Michigan. I see Bubba Wallace get hooked to come right back up in front of the field. Big time collisions here, hard hits at Michigan as the big one strikes, and many contenders for the win are taken out, including Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace. Meanwhile, JJ Yaley, another lap car on the apron, is going to go way into the grass, back of the track. Watch out into 3 and 4, nearly causes another incident. Luckily, everyone avoids him, including Austin Dillon, as Austin Cindric is by himself here, comfortably in the lead back to the line after his 2 top competitors just wrecked right behind him. Now, Justin Haley is leading at Michigan here on the last lap of Stage 2 over Ross Chastain, Michael McDowell, Corey LaJoie, and Alex Bowman in the top 5 right now. Got the lap cars mixed in there of JJ Yaley and Eric Almirola trying to get back on the lead lap, but no luck so far. As down the backstretch now through 3 and 4 for the final time of Stage 2. Looks like Justin Haley is about to snag himself a playoff point in the stage win here, as we toss the yellow command, and Justin Haley will win Stage 2 at Michigan, followed by LaJoie, Chastain, McDowell, Bowman, Dillon, Buescher, Priest, Custer, Blaney, and Stenhouse, the top 10. And now we move on to 2 laps to go in the race. Austin Cindric is now in the lead and has a 2.2 second lead over William Byron, looking to be our 17th different winner this season. He came into this race 17th on the playoff grid. William Byron came in 18th. They're both running 1-2 in must-win situations to make the playoffs. And Cindric takes the white flag presented by Credit One Bank here at Michigan, about to get his first win of the 2023 season and try to put an end to his sophomore slump. But he's been really strong all year with his finishes, and there's only 8 cars on the lead lap, and this here at Michigan, he survived all the carnage. I mean, barely, but he survived the carnage and has put himself in a position to win and join his teammate Ryan Blaney in the playoffs. It's through 3 and 4 for the final time. Austin Cindric is going to knock another Austin out of the playoffs. That's going to be Austin Dillon, our lowest winner in the point standings, is out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Austin Cindric with the upset at Michigan. Your runner-up is William Byron, so close to making the playoffs. 3rd place, Ryan Priest. Austin Dillon 4th. Blaney 5th. Then you got Stenhouse, Chastain, Michael McDowell, Noah Gregson, and Eric Almirola, the top 10 in Michigan, as Austin Cindric with the upset is now into the playoffs, our 17th different winner through 23 races. So, see the race results on the left side of your screen. The playoff grid is going to be very interesting, as the playoff implications really just went crazy here, as Austin Dillon, of course, our lowest winner in the points, will now be out of the playoffs like Michael McDowell was last season. And Chris Buescher will be barely in, as you see the race results right there. And we will see the updated playoff grid momentarily after Austin Cindric's massive upset. Next updated playoff grid, Austin Cindric slots in 7th on the playoff grid as he's 3rd in the regular season point standings, doing really well. That win definitely secures his spot in the playoffs. And of course, you see, looking at that 16th area, Chris Buescher only 11 points above Austin Dillon for the final spot in the playoffs right now, as there are 2 winners. And of course, William Byron, Joey Logano, McDowell, Eric Jones, everyone else is in must-win situations. But it is getting intense around that playoff cut line, and we will see what happens next week at the Indianapolis Road Course. We got to watch out for Shane Van Gisbergen. So until then, I hope you all have a good one.